Hi friends, welcome back to my kitchen. My name is Christine, and today we are going to be doing some prep work for preserving the food that we have here. It is April and we're getting ready to leave at the end of this month, and so some of the things that I have, I'd like to do dry canning, so I wanted to show you a couple different ways that you can do it. So I thought I'd bring you with, so come on with. Okay friends, we are going to do some dry canning today. So I've got out some of my dry goods that I need to preserve for about 9 months or so. We leave shortly and I'm just kind of seeing what I'm not going to use. So you have seen me pull out my vacuum sealer before, the hose, and the foodsaver lids. They are the jar sealers for wide and regular mouth, and that's literally what we're going to do. I've got two other ways. So one, you actually hand pump, and I'll show you that separately. And then for these right now, I'm just going to get these out of the boxes and into the jars. So I'll speed that up for you. So I've got my jars filled. I've got just plain noodles in this. I've got some pecans in this one. And then my last one is some sugar. So what you do is, it's super simple. I'm going to do kind of the regular route on this. I'm going to put a clean lid on the top of each one. And then we are going to vacuum seal these with the jar sealer. So these are wide mouth, so I have the wide mouth lid, and just make sure it's centered and press down as far as it'll go. And this set comes with a hose. So I'm going to be putting it in the top of my vacuum sealer machine. And then put the top in the hole here, as far down as you can get it. And then I'm going to vacuum seal it. Okay, and then I release the pressure. Okay, and I'm not really going to lift this up, but it is absolutely sealed. So I'm going to write the date on it. Actually, I'm going to write it on the jar because you can actually erase that off just like right with a Sharpie. And I'm going to follow through and do the same thing with these. And you can pretty much tell as you wiggle it whether or not it's going to stay. So these 3 jars are ready for long-term storage until we get back next year. Okay friends, so I have the brake bleeder pump out, and I just bought it on Amazon. It was about $20. I've seen other people do it, and here's like the whole kit that it comes with. It comes with several different like smaller hoses. I like to use the longer hose, and then I'm using the smallest tip on it. And what that does is it hooks right into these foodsaver lids. So let me get the product in the jars, and then we'll get those sealed up as well. Okay, perfect. So we're going to take another wide mouth lid. That's the size of the jar I'm using. And I'm making sure that it's centered. And then on this one, it's got the gauge on it. Actually, it still has the plastic on. I'm trying to just keep it nice. And you can work it actually using the counter. You want it up to at least 20 pounds of pressure at, if you can get it up that high. And then you'll see that the jar is sealed. So this one isn't as easy, but if you don't have power and you want to save things or you're off grid, so I'm putting the nose of the hose in there, and I'm actually just resting this on the counter. And so that way I only have to pump the top portion, and I'm just gonna give it a go. I'm up to about almost 20. Let's see if it's sealed, and my little thing came off here. Not sure that's supposed to happen. All right, let's see. Let's give it a wiggle. Hey, it worked. So my soup mix is ready for the pantry. All right, so that was that one. I do like to use this pump on the smaller jars just because then you don't have to pump, like these are the big half-gallon. This is the quart size, but I knew there wasn't going to be a lot of air because I have it filled really full. So one more step. So the other one, we're going to go back to electricity and utilize the hose that came with the FoodSaver. So I'll show you that last one. Okay friends, technical difficulty. I ended up pulling out my bigger FoodSaver and I'm going to be doing my everything but the bagel seasoning. And I'm just going to put the lid on straight and then the ring on. And I'm going to put it in the canister and whoops, and put the lid on. So the hose is in this side, making sure it's on and in. And let's get this rocking and rolling. Okay, and then I'm going to lock this down. Lights come on, and let's hit vacuum. Let's give this a try. Open that up. Take that off. We're going to let the pressure out. Take this off. And there we go. It's sealed, ready to go. So that'll go into my long-term storage along with my others. I got this one done too. So that is my flaxseed, etc. I just used the other method with the regular mouth lid. So these two going in my long-term storage. Okay friends, thanks for coming with me. I hope this helped you. We looked at 2 different ways to dry can with the electricity and 1 way without. So the 2 ways were with the actual FoodSaver, the vacuum sealer, and then actually with one of the FoodSaver containers that has the porthole on the top, etc. And then the non-electric way was with the brake bleeder pump. So you can purchase this on Amazon for fairly inexpensively, and then that way you have a backup to your backup. The common theme in this was you need these FoodSaver jar sealers for 2 of the methods. But yeah, it is all sealed up, ready to go. I've got my soup mix all labeled with the date on it and sealed up good, so it's ready to go in my long-term storage pantry. So if you enjoy videos like this, hit that subscribe and thumbs up, and I'll see you next time on Christine's Routines. Take care and God bless. Preparing the food for the thing. Food for the thing. Food, Boy, let's try it again. How? There are 3 different ways, as I'm holding up 2 fingers. Okay, let's try that again. That I have done dry canning. Sounds like a song.